Hey guys, it's Good Craftster, and I'm finally back with a Project Life Process video. However, this is not 2017. This is going to be documenting the Winter Olympics in Salt Lake City, Utah during 2001, but this is prior to the actual event. So I did pick a Citrus Twist kit that had a little bit more neutral colors and has a outdoor traveling going out theme. So for the title card, I wanted to cover as much of that pattern as possible, just use the pattern as a border, and then I added this piece of white plain paper and punched 2 holes at each end of it. And I'm trying to decide whether to use navy blue or gray because I'm going to start using that color around that white part so it doesn't look too plain. It has a little bit more interest, and I try to do a little bit of mixed media whenever I can. So I am using this it's not a cotton ball, but it's one of those cottons that's very flat and you use it for your face. And this is where I start adding some black and white twine through those 2 holes and just tie a bow. And I decided to use 2 strings so it just doubles up and makes it look a little bit thicker, because I didn't want the bow to be too thin. So I do trim off a little bit off of each end of the ties, and after that I'm gonna start embellishing on top of that white part with my title is going to be Weekend with Dad, because I stayed in Salt Lake City. First, my brother Leaf, because my dad had to live there for 2 years, because when you work for the Winter Olympics you have to live in that wherever country or state for 2 years prior to the games. So my dad didn't want to burden my mom with, because there's three of us kids, so he wanted to take one of us with him, so he took Leaf, one of my brothers. And so Leaf was living there already for maybe a year or a year and a half, I'm not sure, because this is like a few months before the actual events, because I did stay there for 3 months, and I actually went to school there for 3 months because I was in 6th grade. So I did use some ephemera, some alpha stickers, and this is just a journaling card that I didn't really decorate much. I just wanted to have a card that's a little bit more simple with just black and white. And I'm trying to use more of my gel inks, my gel pens, because lately I've been using a lot of black pens in my journaling. So I wanted to have a little bit more color in this layout so there's not too much black in it. So this is a photo of me and my brother, and we weren't really in the mood to go somewhere. Especially when you're a teenager, you just want to stay in, play video games or whatnot. But my dad forced us to go out and check out these event fields, because we went to the ski jumping field before it starts getting crazy, before there's so many athletes and so many people going to these events and watching them. So I just add a little bit label, just saying that my dad was trying to make us smile, so he made us laugh. So in this photo, I didn't want to cut it, and I try not to decorate too much over that landscape, because I love landscapes. I love mountains. Anything that has to do with a very beautiful nature landscape, I love it, and I try not to cover it too much. So I thought this ephemera was perfect because it's when you're a teenager, you need to try and enjoy your time as much as possible, because when you're an adult, you're going to start regretting that you didn't, take your time and, enjoy childhood. But anyways, I decided to use these little tiny stars around that ephemera so it doesn't look too plain. And that's pretty much it for that photo. So I'm on the back side of this Design H, and this is the ski jump area, and there wasn't a lot of people. So, but I thought it was surprising that they were actually testing it when there's no snow. So there were a few athletes, or I don't know if they were athletes, but probably a few testers to make sure that what they built was going to work for the event. So I added this chipboard that said scenic area ahead, and then I stamped a little border underneath it, and I do add this word ephemera that says "What a Wonderful World." And I'm not sure what me and my brother are looking at, but I'm just glad that my father took this photo, because it's just one of those places, those things that a lot of kids don't get to experience. So I'm glad that my father did take us, even though when we were kids we didn't really find it, we didn't find any joy in it. Anyway, sorry, I'm just bringing back memories. Anyway, so my dad likes to take candid photos as well. Actually, both my parents like to take candid photos of me and my brother, so I thought this photo was neat, and I did not realize that there was a shirtless guy in that photo till I made this video. So I try not to cover that guy too much because he looked really good. But anyway, so here's a journaling card, and I'm going to be using the Tim Holtz traveling stamp set, and I wanted to use a partial bit of that camera because I wanted that camera somewhere. I really had loved it on the first side of the page, but that's okay. So I just wanted to add a little bit more embellishment on this journaling card because I didn't feel like writing a lot more. But so onto this last card, which is actually my favorite out of all the cards that I did, and I used my navy blue this time, and I wanted to do a different mixed media. I don't know how to describe it, but I guess I try to do an ombre thing, try to make it darker and then lighter, and then I just go back in from my ink pad and so forth to the card just to try to make it look good. Anyway, so I do use this Compass Tim Holtz stamp, and I didn't realize that I stamped it upside down. But it's a good thing because I just decided to turn it around and just use it that way, and it just comes out better. So there is one ephemera that I wanted to use, which is Go Where the Wind Blows, which I thought was perfect, and just added that on a little bit on top of that compass design. And then I go back and add these 4 triangles to the side, because at first I was gonna make them all face down, but then I thought I think they look a little bit better facing towards the ephemera and compass and so forth. And that's pretty much it for that 4x6 card. So that's it for this Project Life process video. I will be doing probably a lot more Winter Olympic themed Project Life. If you guys enjoy this, let me know. Comment below, subscribe to my channel. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.